I am light. One, two, check, check, check. I am a light, I am light. Oh, I am light, I am light. I am not mistakes that I have made, or any other things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. Light. I am light. I am light. I am a God on the inside. I am a star, part of it all, piece of it all. I am a light. Oh no. Oh no, did I get too close? Oh, did I almost see what's really on the inside? All your insecurities, all the dirty laundry, never made me blink one time. Unconditional, unconditionally, I will love you unconditionally. And there is no fear now. Let go and just be free. I will love you unconditionally. So come just as you are to me. No need apology. Know that you are worthy. I'll take your bad days with your good. Walk through the storm I would. I do it all because I love you. I love you unconditional, unconditionally, and I will love you unconditionally. Unconditionally. So open up your heart and just let it begin.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor. My name is Linda Toden, and this is Reverend David. He's our speaker today, as well as Adam over here. We're going to be having conversations today, right? That's correct. Yeah. Okay. And I also want to welcome everyone who is joining us online today on YouTube and Facebook.
Well, here at Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor, we draw upon the universal wisdom found at the heart of all of the world's religions. And we offer a spiritually progressive, socially responsive, and radically inclusive approach to life that is as practical as it is mystical. So we come together to encourage one another in our individual spiritual journeys. So wherever you are in that process, we're delighted that you joined us today.
Great. And I'd like to lead you in the opening prayer today. So if we could just center ourselves and close our eyes and just connect with that great God presence that we know is with us all the time. I open my mind to limitless possibilities. There are limits to what my mind can imagine. I may find a challenge too big to overcome or too complex to work through in the past. I might have avoided such challenges, but today I turn within for guidance. Within my inner sanctuary, I find infinite possibilities. For God, nothing is or ever could be impossible. As a spiritual being, I open my mind so these possibilities can enter my imagination. With spiritual sight, I begin to apprehend what is possible. I emerge from my prayer time filled with inspiration and clarity, ready to take the steps necessary to make my vision a reality. I return again and again to the limitless field of infinite potential where I can claim divine ideas and know the presence and power of God is in and through all things. From Luke chapter 1, verse 37, we read, "For nothing will be impossible with God." Amen.
Amen. Well, thank you for that prayer. And I do want to thank Adam for being with us today and providing us with his music, his voice. It's always a delight to have you. And he's also joining us today in conversation during our regular part of our service. I do want to just remind you that we do have a prayer chaplain available for prayer after the service. That would be Mariette Jones. She's not here yet, but she will be upstairs in the prayer room that we have upstairs. So if anyone would like someone to pray with, Mariette is that person. She is our prayer chaplain, and we are so grateful for the prayer chaplain team here at Unity Spiritual Center Windsor.
And we have a prayer request box, which is right over here in front of the podium. And so there are request slips in there. You just fill them out, and they will be prayed over by our prayer team.
You know, Unity has the oldest prayer, ongoing prayer line in the United States. You can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY. That's 1-800-NOW-PRAY. 24 hours 7, there's someone there that will, if you feel like you need someone to pray with for whatever reason, there is someone at Silent Unity that is there and able to pray with you and would be delighted to pray with you. And so all you have to do is just phone 1-800-NOW-PRAY.
And now it's time for some music. Adam, what have you got for us?
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday of July. Just going to turn this up first.
And we do invite you to stand up if you're willing and able, and let's sing a little bit.
So again, happy Sunday. Welcome to July. The sun is out and shining, and why not take a moment to sing about light, the light outside and the light that is within all of us. This is I Am Light. I am light, 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 I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not mistakes that I have made, or any other things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. Is all light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am the divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light. Thank you. Next one is a special one. Again, through all of our lives and no matter what's going on each year, to be tender and gentle and kind with ourselves. We talk about that I am light. That is a metaphor for me, the inner child. So this next song is about speaking to that inner child. If you want to close your eyes and you want to hold that inner child's hand, this is I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I will love myself like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Now I know I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Unity teaches that each person is a unique individual expression of God, and that we create our experiences of life according to the thoughts and feelings that we hold in our mind and heart.
Unity was founded on prayer. We believe and teach that affirmative prayer and meditation changes us by raising our consciousness and helping us realize our connection with the divine and the truth of who we are.
Our affirmation for July is, "The light of divine wisdom is my guide, and I grow in understanding each day." Will you repeat that with me? The light of divine wisdom is my guide, and I grow in understanding each day. And now, Adam is going to sing a special song for us.
Thank you, everyone here, and for everyone joining at home as well. I'm very honored and privileged to return this Sunday a year ago when I delivered a divine conversation. And a year later, we're going to do a special queer divine conversation. So I wanted this solo to be the most uplifting and the most truthful and authentic. And what I have felt here at Unity with my journey, going on about two years now, is the unconditional love, acceptance, and support of myself and so many beautiful people that make up this community here and at home. So I want to sing one of my favorite songs. This is Unconditionally by Katherine Hudson, a.k.a. Katy Perry. Oh no, did I get too close? Oh, did I almost see what's really on the inside? All your insecurities, all the dirty laundry, never made me blink one time. Unconditionally, I will love you unconditionally. And there is no fear now. Let go and just be free. I will love you unconditionally. So come just as you are to me. Don't need apology. Know that you are worthy. I'll take your bad days with your good. Walk through the storm I would. I do it all because I love you. I love you, unconditionally. I will love you unconditionally. And there is no fear now. Let go and just be free. And I will love you. Open up your heart and just let it begin. Open up your heart and just let it begin. Open up your heart and just let it begin. Open up your heart. Acceptance is the key to be truly free. Will you do this thing for me? Unconditionally, and I will love you unconditionally. And there is no fear now. Let go and just be free, 'cause I will love you unconditionally. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Indeed, our message here, that the unconditional love And thank you. That was perfect. Yeah.
Check, check. Okay.
So,
I'm gonna have a seat over here now.
so we're so happy. I'm so happy to have Adam join us again in a divine conversation. June is Pride Month, and it actually June begins a whole season of Pride events in North America, probably all over the world. And
June is celebrated as World Pride Month. Although other communities celebrate in different months, June is acknowledged as the World Pride Month.
yeah, for the whole North America. And you just got back from Toronto, where I believe Toronto has the largest Pride Fest, I think, in North America.
It is one of the biggest and most beautiful. Montreal, Montreal, and a couple other places have some amazing ones, but Toronto Pride is really, really special. It literally is the heart of Canada, and so many people you meet come in from across the world to come to Toronto Pride. And I'm very lucky I have two wonderful uncles up in Toronto that I get to celebrate Toronto Pride with every year.
So, being that it is, Pride Month, we decided this would be a perfect subject for us for our divine conversation. So we're looking at spirituality in the LGBTQ community. Adam is our music director here, but he's also a drag artist, drag performer, drag entertainer. What is the best description for you as an entertainer?
I identify at this point as drag performance art, because as we talk about today, is getting to channel everything within me into what I get to do on stage, whether it is vocally out of makeup or whether it is the art of lip sync or singing live in makeup. It'd be a very early start, probably 5 a.m. to make sure I look good for a service, but whatever it may be is creating a moment, no matter what the medium is. So I identify as drag performance artist.
Okay, real good. What religious background are you, by the way?
So prior to Unity, I was raised Roman Catholic, and I still absolutely feel connected to grade 11 world religion class with Zahia Quaz, if she ever tunes in to watch. I thank her so much for that incredible world religion class, and it was when we compared the Eightfold Path to the Eight Beatitudes to other areas of background and religious belief, and realizing there's a core between all of them. So I will always acknowledge and honor what just fundamentally makes sense, a guideline to live happy and peacefully and respectfully with each other. So I still borrow from that past, but I'm very happy to be celebrating a new era with Unity. It's been quite life-changing.
Well, we're delighted to have you with us. Well, as you know, I grew up in a Pentecostal church, and I wasn't, when I came out, that wasn't something that was accepted in my church. When you were growing up in the Catholic Church, did you face any difficulties, for being gay?
I think it was, to harken back to last year, for anyone that may remember, and I didn't bring it today because I didn't want it to get damaged. It's my prized possession, and it's a disco mirror tie that I made for prom 15 years ago last month. And that was really my way of being like, I'm here, I'm queer, this is my declaration. And it led to my stage name, Disco, actually. So for me, that was a real moment of breaking free from anything that was not about unconditional love and acceptance. Mm-hmm. Personally, I know some people experience a lot of hardship and pain and backlash. For me, it was not feeling authentic with something that's not unconditional. I'm quite lucky. I had an incredible Nona, honestly, and this talk is dedicated to her today like last year. And that unconditional love from her is what I sang about today. That really protected me from a lot. Mm-hmm. And I get to do what I get to do because I was protected with her unconditional love. So although I didn't necessarily experience as much personally as other people, I just felt something's not right. This doesn't make sense. Love is love, joy is joy. Mm-hmm. Why not celebrate more of that?
Yeah. Well, you and I we're quite a difference in age, and so I grew up in a time where it was, not only was it unacceptable, it was actually against the law.
Yes.
So I grew up in a time that was like totally different, and it was dangerous to be openly to be who you are. So things have definitely changed. Definitely.
They absolutely have, and one of the blessings with the time we had at home during moments of pandemic, although I never stopped as an artist, I was doing online shows and stuff in the backyard and getting creative. I will be grateful for the extra time we had to dive more into my queer culture and my queer history, and where Vogue and ballroom started in Harlem in the 60s and 70s, and really learning about all of that leading up to Stonewall and so on and so forth, and that I get to do what I get to do not only because I have grandparents that bravely immigrated here, but I stand on the ground and the backs of queer people that have been very, very brave prior to me. So I feel connected to taking this opportunity, thanks to my no-no specifically, and my great Hungarian grandmother. And I feel just in the most positive light, a conviction to do something with this life in honor of queer people that have allowed me to get to do this.
Yeah. So queer is one of those words that when I was growing up, it was a slur. Okay, that it was something. It was very negative and unacceptable, illegitimate. It was definitely a slur. It was painful to use. But queer nowadays it describes anyone who really doesn't identify as straight or cisgender.
It has become the umbrella term.
It's becoming an umbrella term, yeah. And actually the LGBTQ community has sort of reclaimed it as sort of a badge of honor.
Which is so powerful to reclaim a word in your people, your culture's legacy. So it's been a word that's been reclaimed, and I understand it's also been a process for a lot of people to unlearn the hardship and the pain of a word. And I'm really happy with where things have evolved with reclamation.
It definitely has been reclaimed, and gay people today really say it with pride. And it's the word is often chosen by people who just really don't like labels in a way, because it covers it's saying we're beyond labels.
We're in a time now where sometimes all people have is their pronoun, is their identity. And also we're in a time where people are feeling free from label. And it's kind of a yes and situation. Yeah. Both are correct. Mm-hmm. And so we just accept people as they feel and they identify, but it's always now an acceptable word and term to just identify the general community in a positive light.
And at the same time, I'm looking forward to when we can just drop all labels, and just people be who they are, because we're all created by we're all spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yes.
We all are. How has your spiritual journey shaped your understanding of identity and belonging?
I've realized from a very early age, again, having grandparents that have lived all four grandparents until 19, unheard of. I'm very, very lucky and blessed. And having grandparents that lived outside of the city allowed me to have a lot of time in nature, a very, very rural traditional experience with my Italian grandparents, but then being out in Amherstburg with my Hungarian grandparents. They were both similar and different, and I'm a creature and being of ritual. And for me, sunrises and sunsets and rainbows and seeing constellations at certain times of the year in the sky, that ritual is very important for me. And as I sang, the introspective and relationship with the inner child, to know that you can always hold your inner child's hand. And so that's been the greatest thing artistically of 8 years as disco. But to know that you always have your inner child's hand, as long as you hold on and you don't let go, because your inner child's always going to hold on. So that has really helped and shaped my journey prior to Unity for what, at 33 now, about the last 15 plus years, just being a spiritual person, rooted in my own rituals and my own ways of speaking and thanking the universe, creator, spirit, the land.
People might, some people may not know, but how did you discover Unity?
So I discovered Unity thanks to my wonderful household. Justin and Mia have spoken and done workshops here prior, and we identify as chosen family. And very, very lucky to have crossed paths. And it's very interesting when there's one particular friend that connects everyone, and how you can possibly miss each other, like through theater, through gatherings, through events, cast parties. And all it takes is one moment to finally cross paths. And it was very much a blessing to cross paths prior to the start of pandemic, and then kind of putting all our hands in together and being like, so are we in this together? And we put our hands in and we said, we're going to do this. We're going to get through this. We're going to unite. I do love the word unity and unite, so I really thank the household for saying, you know what, I think we have something that we can enjoy on a Sunday, just to get up. We're all coffee and tea lovers. Who doesn't like a hash brown in the morning fresh from the air fryer? And just, 10:30, such a beautiful time, not too early, not too late, to gather and rise and be together. And I really thank the household for putting on a service. And it was specifically hearing during that service the performance of Amazing Things. That really got my heart and soul.
So you discovered Unity. You
Yes.
discovered us online, right?
Yes.
Yeah, during the pandemic.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to have a ritual of tuning in and not just gathering for unity, but I think a core of unity is making time to gather with each other and yourself each week. Not just online, but we come here together. We have fellowship together. There's people online that may get together every week, and I think it's kind of like picture in picture. Unity is about the people and what you do when you watch it and come and gather, in addition to the celebration. That's what really makes it a capital U for the word unity. We say in drag like truth with a capital T. I say unity with a capital U, to really unite. So I'm grateful to the household for that.
It's interesting that the song that you picked up that really rang a bell with you was greater things, right? Yeah.
Oh, Amazing Things.
Amazing things, right? And with Michael Gott is a Unity minister in Houston, large Unity church there. And he's a great musician, and he came up with that. And I know Michael, and but I love that song. Yeah.
I've really loved to talk about the musical side of my journey with Unity too. Before theater, before drag, before anything, a lover of fashion and collecting thrifted pieces, and that kind of led to the start of drag, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I have this wardrobe. Might as well turn it into whatever I want to put on stage. And prior to all of that, I started as a musician. And for me, whatever I do, it comes down to the music. And it has been so wonderful to dive into this beautiful discography, but also be welcome to bring a lot of gems in my heart that I know a lot of people appreciate. Celebrating something old, something new, something blue. And it's been really, really fun to dive into new music and genre that is just feel-good music. We all leave here from Unity with these songs stuck in our head, and I'm grateful for this repertoire.
That was one of my questions. How can spirituality serve as a source of healing for those who have experienced religious rejection, for example? So, yeah.
And so, to answer that through how my practice and whatnot, I thank this wonderful community that no matter what type of week I have, every week I come, you show up, and you love to hear what comes from this Italian mouth, whether it's words. Italian-Hungarian, as I want to continue to honor my Hungarian side, but predominantly Italian. Reverend David and I also agreed that I was not going to use the handheld today, that I needed to have my hands free to talk. So if you want to put me on mute, I just have to. So I'm very lucky that I get to create these stories, whether it's with my actual voice, whether it's with the art of lip sync and really studying something and creating a performance out of it. And I really want to take a moment to share one of my most important performances throughout pandemic was when Roe v. Wade was happening with women's autonomy at risk. And one of my favorite songs by our Canadian songstress, Avril Lavigne, I love her song, Head Above Water. I love songs about water. So for me, going to the water, the Peace Fountain, sunsets, the bridge, being by water as a kid and now, that's my solace. And so songs about water definitely speak to me. Songs that have the word amazing and the word awe in them. And it all comes down to a powerful title and a powerful lyric. And that heals me, and I get to also heal and hopefully make other people feel, no matter how I deliver.
I have another question here that I wrote down. In what ways does drag performance embody spiritual themes of transformation and self-expression?
I was very blessed to go to the third North American Drag and Spirituality Summit hosted in Toronto. And I know some of my wonderful team members and attendees from that summit that are stateside will take a moment to watch back. I love you all. Many of them are music directors, parishioners, practicers, directors. It was amazing to go up to Emmanuel College for hosting this in Toronto, and getting to be with over 50 different people from across North America of different beliefs and practice and identity and walk of life. And in the space that we ended up performing, I got to do Head Above Water. And that transformed from my pandemic performance, where this is where the performance art kicks in. I was all in white, beautiful robe. And at the particular part of the bridge of the song, I took this felt coat hanger and I snapped it in half above my head and threw it off, and then I have these beautiful rainbow fans that light up. Subtle, right? And so I remember after that particular performance, a lot of women came up to me and said, "Thank you for that. I needed that." And getting to do that song in a new light when I have a concept for a performance, but getting to do Head Above Water about, reclamation and that we can get through anything with ourselves and each other. That was really, really powerful to have such a moving experience with all 50 people. And we all it was streamed online, it was recorded, we had a live audience. And getting to watch everyone tell their stories on stage, but in a spiritual setting, was so affirming for the way I create. That it's not just entertainment, it's not just vanity, it's not just, oh, you did a great job, ego. No, it's about creating a moment. It's performance art for me. So I'm so grateful for this thing called drag and getting to do it in a spiritual way.
Well, we have here at Unity Spiritual Center, I believe that we provide so much. I mean, there's so many denominations out there that are just really not open and accepting of people that are different. And Unity, in a way, sort of saved my life. I mean, I had just totally rejected churches because of my experience growing up. And I mean, I had loved being at church, but then when I came out as a gay man and and went through all of that. It was a complete, I just said, this just isn't right. And so I just stepped out for 15 years. I left the church, and I didn't want to have anything to do with the church. But I was still very spiritually curious. I mean, there was that part of me that knew that there was something so much more. And so I continued my spiritual quest, and it accumulated by being invited by someone to a Unity center in Austin, Texas, and me going there after 15 years and just feeling right at home, feeling completely accepted for who I was. And I've said this before, I mean, I walked into that Unity congregation and sat in the back pew, and I immediately broke down crying, and I cried during the whole service because I felt at home. And I've heard so many people say that about their first experience with Unity. They just felt home. They felt safe. They felt accepted just for who they are. Unity embraces difference. I mean, we say that each and every person is an individual expression of God, in an individual, unique expression. Each and every one of us are. And we are not just human beings, we are spiritual beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience in all of its beauty, in all of its grandeur, in all of its differences, in all of its uniqueness. And so we celebrate that. We celebrate that here at Unity Spiritual Center through the whole Unity movement. That we celebrate. Unity affirms that every individual is created with inherent divine value. And this directly supports the dignity and spiritual wholeness of all people, not just the LGBTQ people, but everyone, and especially those that have been historically maligned, by history in the past and misunderstood. So Unity has been really a godsend for me, and I know it has for you too.
It comes down to the word, the very name. The first thing we're given when we come into this life, the name. Some people are given their drag names, their artistic names, their stage names. Some people change their names. And the very word unity and what that means and what that stands on is the foundation of everything you just said and it stands for. Yeah. And even for the people at home and also our beautiful congregation every week, we are so different. We are such a rainbow, left to right. No two people are the same. No two people are alike. I don't see anyone else with a sparkly shirt today. So, but it just, when the name echoes the pillars and the foundation, and especially being Italian, my nonna would always talk about the word foundation philosophically and metaphorically in life, not just building a house, but the foundation of everything is where everything starts. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful name.
Well, would you like to take some questions, maybe? If anybody has any questions, we can open up the floor if you have any questions. This has been wonderful talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anyone have any questions? I don't want to lead the answers, but anything about
Linda
me?
will take that around. Here, let me have it.
Thank you. I'm just going to make sure the levels.
There we go. And so Ken has a question over here.
Okay, wireless.
Adam, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a delight. It was a delight last year having you.
Thank you, and it's really powerful a year from last year to now, and also part of my mission has been coming on board, helping to bring more youth, 33 youth, and allowing more people to be like, this is a nourishing experience that you can come to every week, once a month, once a season. So I really appreciate being here.
Ken.
Testing. Is it working? Oh, great. Thank you very
Get
much.
right on.
Thank you very much. What do you dare? There you go. Morning, everybody. Yeah, I have a question having to do with the image of you with that white robe on at the Queer Spirituality Summit in Toronto.
Ken, talk
Yeah.
into that so we
So-
can hear you. Yeah.
I want to get to that question about
Yeah.
that moment where you were at that Queer Spirituality Summit in Toronto, and everybody was doing performance art, creating a moment, and you had that white robe on. I could just visualize it, and you had what I thought was a plastic hanger, clothes hanger, and then you broke it in half, and then the fans came out, and they were rainbow fans. So I want to talk about that. I have a question about that, but before, I just want to say something more general to all of the non-queer population out there. I think that we have a huge amount to learn from the queer population, because I think about the word self-actualization and actualizing your fullest potential. How many non-queer people have not actualized their fullest potential, and they know they haven't? They know they haven't, and they want to. And there are all these things holding them back. It's all conditioning. And
Yes.
so I've heard, it's a process of not adding. Spirituality is a process of subtracting that which blocks you from the normal spirituality, which should blossom, under the right conditions. So the word self-actualization, I'm using the word self with a capital S. Actualizing your fullest potential, unrealized potential. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I think that's what every spiritual seeker is trying to do. And then overcoming all of these obstacles of conditioning, these fundamental beliefs, these fundamental assumptions, including the identity that goes with, the pronoun given to it at a very young age. But getting back to the Queer and Spirituality seminar, summit, in which you had that magnificent white robe on, and you got to that point during your performance, and you broke that plastic hanger, and you threw it. And then the two fans, the rainbow fans, came out, and then people came up after you, women in particular, said, "Thank you so much for that." And my question is, could you expand on the symbolism of breaking that plastic hanger and what that means?
To go back thank you for all of that, by the way, and I just love and adore a fellow philosophical mind. I really appreciate it. I fully hear and see you, and yes, capital S for self-actualization. Going back to that moment during pandemic, but then echoing this performance again last year, when women's autonomy was under attack and risk with Roe v. Wade, if you all remember, just to make sure for everyone at home and here, understanding that stateside women's autonomy was under debate when people should be able to make decisions for their own body and their own autonomy that we have been put into and given by the divine. And so the symbolism of, unfortunately, what a coat hanger means. It's what holds all of my garments in my beautiful drag Broadway dressing room. My whole room it's something I've worked very hard at creating into what it is. And for as much as it holds every piece in my room that I have a memory with, I've worn this jacket with family in Italy, and it means the world to me. That same hanger is trauma for so many people. Even just people hearing of people that use that hanger in an unfortunate way. It is trauma for anyone with their own body for that decision. No one wins with that decision. And that's what we need to remember about women or anyone that can birth and give life. No matter what the decision, no one walks away saying, "I feel good." And I wanted to snap that hanger so women know that people are fighting for you so you don't have to choose that. That the hanger will be no more. The hanger can be for clothing. The hanger can be for joy. And so it's just one of my favorite performances to get to transform what is just makeup and an outfit and a wig into performance art. And the Rainbow fans are always, not just as a queer person, but choosing light and choosing joy. And as a queer person, I can't do this talk without talking about Judy Garland and what she means and what Wizard of Oz means to all of us and the lessons it holds for all of us, knowing the complexities of what Judy went through to make this gem. Now with Wicked echoing its story and it all coming together, which is so powerful for me as a queer person, but that the rainbow is not just for the queer community, it's also the longing of what's over the rainbow. What Judy sang about every time. And that song as a kid to now has evolved for me. And that's the symbolism with the rainbow, not just for my queerness, but over the rainbow. Always, always, always. Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hi, my love. That's something my Nona would say. Hi, my love. Or hi, my sunshine.
First, I'll just comment to the self-actualization. Yes, but I kept thinking authenticity, being your authentic self. So anyone, whether, LGBT, straight, whoever, being their authentic self is, so anybody who is, from the queer community, they're not out there trying to be something opposed to what everyone else that isn't that. They're being their authentic self. And I just wanted to ask, had you mentioned how you came up with the name Disco Jesus?
Yeah, so I'm very grateful because of, again, the whole origin story. I'm so grateful that I was brave enough to be in a place to be brave enough to make a disco mirror tie for prom. I went to Catholic Central High School. I had an incredible music director, incredible drama teacher. I'm very lucky that I was in a place to be supported. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to go to prom and be fake. And the ethos of why my stage name even is what it is, before I even made this tie, and I've kind of arrived at this with time, is that a disco ball sits above some of the most beautiful nights of our life, right? And it takes in everything, and it shoots it all back out, and it curates the night. Think of all the special nights that a disco ball has been right above us. And I'm like, what if I make this? And it's just going to shoot light everywhere. And it's going to be my declaration for I'm here and I'm queer. So the power of 4 in my life, if my bestie, my drag sister is listening too, 4 is a very powerful number in my life and also our favorite Beyonce album. And it was 2014, 4 years after this tie being worn to countless concerts, countless cast parties. I was doing shows regularly with Brian and Florence Raisback from Theatre Alive before continuing on with theater. And it was staff party when I was working at the Bulk Barn in the East End. My manager, who total rocker, she's seen Styx like 20 times, so she knows music. And Cindy, again, if you ever tune in or listen, thank you. And it was upon that staff party going from the Keg, which we would rent out privately, and then making our way to Villain's Bistro downtown, which is where I later debuted disco, that she stopped outside while some of my staff were having a cigarette break. And I wish we had this card because it sounds crazy and insane. But my one coworker, because we lost it that night, unfortunately, my one coworker picked up this Christian dating card. I kid you not. And just was like, picked it up, and Cindy looks over at me with my hair which I've been celebrating about 10 years having it this length since then. My tie, my sequin Liza Minnelli black blazer, my ruby red shoes. I did wear them today. They're Converse, but I have a ruby red pair of all those shoes that are metallic. And she just echoed the name out loud, and I was like, I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. And then 2017 was a really powerful year for me after a really prolific production of Jesus Christ Superstar. I can't do this talk also, or these answers, without talking about doing Jesus Christ Superstar in 2017. I ended up playing Simon Zealot. And the complexities of that show and the emotions that every character goes through, realizing that everyone is a human having a divine experience, as we say here at Unity. That show was so powerful for me. That show really was the battery before summer 2017 when I said, you know what? I'm going to take a dive into drag. This feels right. This feels correct. That was a divine experience when I did that production. Beyond the title, beyond the theme of the show, that was just so many emotions on and off stage. So that really was what happened. I thank my old manager, Cindy, for this stage name. And it's one of those situations it was given, not self-chosen. And I just thank being brave enough and being able to be brave enough to make that tie, because that tie literally has led to everything and why I'm here right now.
Where we're thankful for the tie. Anyway, we're thankful to have you with us.
Thank you, Reverend.
Truly, absolutely. And so, yeah, we're running out of time, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Reverend David. I appreciate it. Getting to be on stage here as a queer person with a queer reverend means the world. So thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
That was fun. Yeah, it was.
Not a meditation.
I guess we should have a meditation.
Waiting for that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's spend a little bit of time in meditation right now. So I do invite you to just relax in your seat and bring your attention to this present moment. And in this present moment, we open our hearts and our minds to this presence of spirit that we live and that we move and that we have our being in. Meditation is our foremost spiritual practice here at Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor. We can at any moment, at any time, just allow ourselves to be present, fully present to the now moment. And as we allow ourselves to be present and open and receptive, and let our minds just become still, and as we allow the things going on in our head, the thoughts that come, we just let them go. We don't have to grab hold of them. Thoughts will come and thoughts will go, but we can choose not to entertain them. And so we recognize the thought, but we let it go, and then we just feel that presence of spirit. We feel that power, we feel that energy that we are living and moving and having our being in. That power, a power which is in truth just pure love, totally accepting of all that is, totally accepting of all and everyone without judgment whatsoever. This is conditional, unconditional love. And that is at the heart of this community, and we are so grateful. So in this unconditional love, in this moment right now, as we allow ourselves to just rest for a little while in the silence, we remain open and we remain receptive to the wisdom that is within each and every one of us. So let's just take a moment and rest in that silence and allow the wisdom of Spirit to communicate with us. So here we are, resting just for a little while in the silence. As the German theologian, priest, mystic Meister Eckhart is quoted as saying, he said that if the only prayer you ever said in your entire life was thank you, that would be sufficient. So before we close this meditation, I do invite you to think of a few things that you are truly, truly grateful for, and hold those thoughts of gratitude for that person, for that event, or whatever it is that you feel grateful for. Just hold that in your heart for just a little while, and feel the gratitude. And I right now just feel gratitude for Adam, for being our music director, for joining us here in divine conversation and sharing his life, his stories, his wisdom. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for this spiritual community, for each and every one that is part of this community. Thankful for all of our volunteers in the many different areas that they serve, from our board members to the people that greet people as they come in, to the people that work on the platform and that serve, taking care of the video and live stream. It is said that we definitely, a village is made up of so many pieces, and we're so grateful for each of those that are part of this community that makes Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor what it is. So with the gratitude in our hearts, we say thank you. Thank you, loving Holy Spirit, and so it is. Amen. Microphone.
So I just want to thank David and Adam for that wonderful conversation. And now I know how important a nona is. My own brother-in-law came all the way from Vancouver to find a nona at our place. We had a nona too. And now I'm a nona. And those are big shoes to fill. It's wonderful being a nona. One of the best things in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And thank you, Claudio, over there for doing all that you do. Thank you so much for doing the live stream and recording. We're so grateful for you. Well, right now, it's your turn.
At this time, yes, let us take to heart our vision, mission, and statement of being, which is shown on the screen.
So we have a global vision. Will you please speak that with me? Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
And we have a sacred mission. Will you please say that with me?
We inspire and empower spiritual growth to awaken us and transform the world. And we have a personal statement of being. Will you please say that with me? I am a dynamic center of the Christ light, mighty to unfold my good and radiate that good to all.
And we have a few important announcements today. Remember, additional information about these and other classes and events can be found in our newsletter and on our Unity Spiritual Center Windsor website.
So Unity volunteers have lots of fun working together, so please come out and join us. We are looking for volunteers. The hospitality committee is looking for people that will help organize all of the food that we put out all the time, and our coffee, that's every Sunday. So we could use some, the more people we have, the more it's spread out and it's easier to load. We also have the seminar committee that organizes our seminars and our workshops, and also the bingo committee. Our bingo committee that works with the bingo is a very important group, and it's really fun, it's easy to do, and for those of you who don't know it, we work at the bingo games, and as a nonprofit, when we provide people to help with the bingo, then part of the proceeds come to us. So it's been a very helpful amount of money coming to help us pay for rent and all of the rest of the things that involved in doing something like this. So the bingo, we could use some more people on the bingo committee. It's really easy. It's generally just once a month. We have a good sized bingo team, but if we can keep it large, then it's spread out. So we do invite you to look and consider being a volunteer.
Today, here in the chapel sanctuary, Nelson Ng will be facilitating his monthly drumming circle from 12:30 to 1:30. I don't see Nelson here right now, but he'll be here.
He's probably upstairs.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah.
He's probably digging in.
Huh?
Okay.
He's getting samosas, right? He always brings samosas for potluck, and actually I love those samosas. So, okay, so we do have quite a few, and the drumming, by the way, is down here. It's right over here in this corner. So that's at 12:30. We have quite a few. We have not that many. It's actually smaller. We have 3 new spirit groups for the summer, and they are online. And one of them is 5 Keys to Thriving Spiritually. And that is on Wednesdays. It starts this July the 9th, and it's from 1 o'clock until 2:30, 5 Keys to Thriving Spiritually.
On Wednesday, from 3:30 to 5, Claudio Silvaggi will facilitate ISIS in the Bible.
And then also, we look at the Bible through the eyes of unity. What's so good about the good book? And this is a class that is going to be on Thursdays from 1 o'clock to 2:45, and that started on the 3rd. But so it's not too late if you're interested in that. So those are the 3 spirit groups that we have.
Next week is also our big potluck, so bring a favorite dish and join us after the service upstairs in our fellowship hall.
That's right. I think I said today with our potluck. We always have food up there. Yeah, right. But the big potluck is next week. Okay, so also next week, the Southern Asian Center of Windsor is doing a celebration of people picnic at Micmac Park, right across the street. Which way is Micmac? That way. Okay, I'm very. I don't have a good sense of direction. Let's put it that way. But anyway, so they've invited us to put up a table if we want and to come out and join them on the picnic. We have our potluck here. That's already been scheduled. But they have invited us, and if anyone wants to put a table up and give out some brochures or some of our materials, that would be lovely, and they've invited us to do so. But the picnic is from 1 until 5, and I know quite a few of us are planning on going over just to meet some of the people in the community. So this is the South Asian Center of Windsor. So if anybody would be interested in helping maybe put out a table and passing out some of our brochures, please let me know. Yes. Huh? Oh, and there'll be lots of lots of free Indian food. Okay. Yeah. All right, and also just a reminder, Sean, are you doing? You are going to be okay. So you're the prayer chaplain today. Okay, great. You've traded with Mariette. Okay, great. So Mariette is not our prayer chaplain today. Sean is going to be our prayer chaplain. So if anyone would like someone to pray with afterwards, Sean will be upstairs in our prayer room. Okay.
All of our classes, programs, and services are made possible by the generous donations of your time, talent, and treasure. We are deeply grateful for all of our volunteers and your financial support. Our heartfelt thanks for your continuous support.
So donating is very simple. You can go online or on our website, and you have a donate button there. It's very simple to donate online. And also for those of you here, our love offering box is this one right over here. This is our prayer box there, and that's our love offering box over there. So if anybody, yes. Yes, she's, oh, okay, we must have overlooked it. Thank you. So next week, Devani Peters is going to be our guest speaker.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't have that on here either. We missed it. Okay, so.
Let's see, where are we? We invite you now to stand up and let's open our hearts and minds in gratitude as we close by speaking the love offering blessing prayer, followed by the closing song, What a Wonderful World, and closing with the prayer of protection.
So our love offering blessing is divine love in me and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Our new closing song is brought to us by recommendation. Thank you to our wonderful Annette. So this is our new closing song, What a Wonderful World. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
The light of the love surrounds us,
We are light.
and the love of the divine enfolds us,
We are love.
and the peace of love fills us,
We are peace.
and the power of love protects us,
We are power.
and the presence of love watches over us.
We are presence.
And wherever we are, love is.
All is divine.
And my friends, you truly are. Thank you for being here, and please join us upstairs for refreshments and good conversation.